All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to look at something you probably just see as another bill that shows up every month: health insurance. But what if I told you it's not an expense at all? Seriously, what if it's one of the most powerful tools you have for both building and protecting your wealth? Let's totally reframe how we see it, starting right now. So, let me ask you a question. When you think about the biggest threats to your life savings, what pops into your head? Maybe a stock market crash, right? Or making a bad investment? And look, those are definitely real risks. But the most common, and frankly, the most devastating threat is usually hiding in plain sight. And there it is. The answer? Medical bills. I know, it's a surprising one for a lot of people, but a single major health crisis can wipe out decades of careful saving faster than almost anything else. It's like a financial tidal wave. And that's exactly why we have to start thinking about insurance in a completely new way. So, part one, the shield. How do you defend your finances? Well, think of it like building a fortress. The very first, most critical piece of that fortress is the shield. This is health insurance and its most fundamental role, protecting the foundation you've worked so hard to build. Because without that shield, a medical emergency kicks off this absolutely terrifying financial spiral. First, bam, you drain your emergency savings. When that's gone, you're forced to start selling off your long-term investments. Yep, the money you set aside for retirement. And even then, it might not be enough, forcing you into crippling high-interest debt. Every step just takes you further and further down, making it so much harder to climb back out. And this slide just lays out the two paths so clearly, doesn't it? On one side, it's a story of depletion and debt, watching your life savings just drain away. But on the other side, with insurance, the shield holds. The insurance company takes the hit, leaving your savings, your investments, and your future totally intact. It's literally a firewall between a health crisis and your financial life. Okay, so protecting what you have is just half the story. A really smart financial plan is also about growth, right? So now we move to part two, the engine. This is where we see that health insurance isn't just a defensive shield, it's also an engine, actively helping to fuel your financial future. This is such a crucial connection to make. Think about it. Good health enables wealth. When you have insurance, you're not second-guessing a trip to the doctor because of the cost. You get treatment early, and you get the right treatment. And that's not just a health decision. It is a powerful economic one. And here's why. Your most valuable asset, it isn't your house or your retirement account. It's your ability to earn an income for the next 10, 20, or 30 years. By making sure you get the care you need to recover quickly, insurance protects that income stream. It literally keeps the engine of your wealth running smoothly. And here's another way it acts as an engine for you. This chart pretty much confirms something we all feel, right? Healthcare costs are just skyrocketing, climbing way faster than regular inflation. So by paying a predictable premium, you're essentially outsourcing this huge, unpredictable risk to an insurance company. They're the ones who have to deal with those rising costs, not you. And this protection, it goes beyond just your own life. Just think about this for a second. Without insurance, a major medical event could force your family to sell off precious assets, the family home, a small business, things you hope to pass down. Insurance acts as a guardian for your legacy, making sure the wealth you build actually survives for the next generation. Okay, so we've got the shield for defense and the engine for growth. The final part of our fortress is the blueprint. So for part three, we're talking about how insurance gives you the stability and the confidence you need to actually plan for the future. And this slide right here gets to the absolute heart of it: financial predictability. Insurance takes this terrifying, completely unknown risk, a bill that could be tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it transforms it into a fixed, manageable monthly premium. You can budget for that. You can plan around it. That predictability is the very bedrock of any solid financial plan. Now, you might be thinking, hey, I've got an emergency fund, I'm covered. But let's be real about what that fund is actually for. It's designed to cover your day-to-day living expenses if you suddenly can't work. The mortgage, groceries, the car payments. It's your household's lifeline. The thing is, an emergency fund alone is almost never enough for a major medical crisis. The real strategy is to see them as partners. Health insurance tackles the massive, unpredictable hospital bill, which then frees up your emergency fund to do its actual job, covering your living expenses while you recover. They work together, creating a complete safety net. And we really can't overstate the most human benefit of all this: peace of mind. When you're sick, when you're injured, the absolute last thing you should be worried about is going bankrupt.
Knowing you're financially protected lets you focus all your energy on what really matters, getting better. That freedom from financial stress it's priceless.
So let's bring it all together. What's the big takeaway here? It's this simple but really profound shift in perspective. You've got to stop thinking of health insurance as just a medical expense. Start seeing it for what it truly is, a fundamental financial tool for building and protecting your future. This quote just says it all. Perfectly. Health insurance doesn't just protect your health. It protects your wealth, your stability, and the entire financial future of your household. It's the guardian of everything you've worked so incredibly hard to build. So I'll leave you with one last question to think about. The next time you look at your budget, are you going to see your health insurance premium as just another expense? Or will you see it as an investment in protecting your family's entire financial future? You know, the answer to that question really does change everything. Thanks for tuning in.